On this episode of Agro TV, we're uncovering 8 old tractors that were way ahead of their time. Machines that introduced breakthrough technologies long before the rest of the industry caught up. These weren't just tools. They were bold statements in engineering. From the first modular platforms that let one power unit transform into multiple harvest and field machines, to hybrid wheel track drives that clawed for traction where others spun, to early diesel power plants prized for cold start reliability and lean fuel use, these tractors redefined what was possible on the farm. Some chased comfort with fully enclosed cabs, heaters, and radios so long days felt shorter. Others chased pure efficiency with independent live PTOs that kept implements running even when the tractor stopped, or with rotary tillage systems that pulverized soil decades before modern rotavators took over. They dared to be different in a world that wasn't quite ready. Often priced too high, launched before service networks existed, or simply misunderstood by buyers used to horses and heavy steel. Many vanished quietly, but their DNA lives on in today's high-tech equipment. The hydraulics that lift smoothly, the cabs that seal out dust and noise, the drivetrains that put power down without wasting a drop. In the next few minutes, we'll celebrate the ideas that came early, worked wonders, and changed the game, before anyone even knew it was changing. This is Agro TV's deep dive into 8 vanished tractors that moved farming forward, one brave innovation at a time. Number 8. The Minneapolis-Moline Uni-Tractor, produced from 1951 to 1964, was a bold attempt to revolutionize farm machinery with a single, adaptable platform. At the heart of this innovation was its modular power unit concept, a groundbreaking idea that allowed one engine and drivetrain assembly to power a wide range of implements. Farmers could convert the Uni-Tractor between a field tractor, corn picker, combine, or windrower, swather, simply by swapping front-end modules, drastically reducing the need for multiple machines. The core unit featured engines like the 4-cylinder gasoline-powered Moline engine, capable of producing around 55 horsepower, paired with a 4-speed transmission and hydraulic lift system for adaptability. While its boxy styling and industrial look stood out, the real strength lay in its functional versatility, allowing year-round use for a variety of crops and terrain. Though the Uni-Tractor never achieved mass-market success due to cost and complexity, it remains a fascinating chapter in agricultural engineering history. What do you think? Was this the right machine at the wrong time, or a concept still ahead of its era? Number 7. The Ford 9N, built from 1939 to 1942, marked a turning point in tractor design and laid the foundation for modern mechanized farming. Its most revolutionary feature was the Ferguson hydraulic 3-point hitch system with draft control, a now standard technology that allowed implements to be raised, lowered, and adjusted automatically based on soil resistance. This system transformed how farmers worked the land, improving safety, efficiency, and implement control, all while dramatically reducing operator fatigue. Powered by a reliable 4-cylinder engine producing roughly 23 horsepower, the 9N also introduced features like a 4-speed gearbox, sealed hydraulic system, and a low-profile stance that made it both easy to operate and maintain. Its clean, functional design and affordable price point made it a hit among small-scale farmers across North America. More than just a successful model, the 9N became the blueprint for tractors worldwide. Do you think any single innovation since has reshaped farming as much as the 3-point hitch did? Number 6. The Ferguson TE20, produced from 1946 to 1956, earned global recognition as the Little Gray Fergie, a compact, efficient tractor that brought modern farming within reach for millions. Its breakthrough was the wide-scale introduction of the Ferguson 3-point hitch system with draft control, which had first appeared on the Ford 9N but now spread globally through Ferguson's independent platform. Lightweight yet capable, the TE20 was powered by a 4-cylinder engine, either standard gasoline or diesel, producing around 20 to 28 horsepower, and paired with a straightforward 4-speed gearbox. Its minimal weight and low center of gravity allowed for excellent traction and fuel efficiency, especially in smaller fields and rugged terrain. The tractor's simple design, ease of maintenance, and unmatched versatility made it a farming icon, especially across Europe, Africa, and Australasia. With over 500,000 units built, the TE20 didn't just prove the value of the three-point system. It made it a worldwide standard. Could the little gray Fergie be the most influential tractor you've never heard of? Number 5. The Fowler Gyrotiller, developed in the 1920s and refined through the 1930s by the British firm John Fowler and Company, was a mechanical marvel that redefined what deep soil cultivation could look like, long before the word rotavator ever entered common use. Its breakthrough lay in a massive, PTO-driven rotary tillage system that used a horizontal shaft with powerful curved blades to pulverize and aerate the soil in a single pass. At a time when most farms still relied on traditional plows and multiple stages of soil preparation, the Gyrotiller offered an all-in-one solution that could break, lift, and mix heavy ground with unmatched efficiency. Designed originally for large-scale agricultural and colonial land clearing projects, it was particularly effective in tough conditions where conventional equipment simply bogged down. Powered initially by steam traction and later by large diesel engines, some producing over 100 horsepower, the Gyrotiller was capable of working wide swaths of land with remarkable uniformity. The machine's immense weight and complex driveline demanded skilled operators and made it impractical for small farms, but its results were undeniable. It left behind a finely crumbled seedbed that was perfect for planting, without the need for secondary cultivation. Its engineering was advanced for its time, incorporating adjustable depth control, clutch-driven rotors, and even crawler tracks on some variants for better flotation and stability. Though too bulky and expensive to become a mainstream farm implement, the Gyrotiller was a vital stepping stone toward the compact, PTO-powered rotary tillers we know today. Its design anticipated many modern soil preparation techniques by decades, proving that large-scale, high-speed rotary cultivation was not just a dream. It was possible, and it worked. Could the Fowler Gyrotiller have changed farming sooner if the world had been ready for such radical efficiency? Number 4. The Bates Steel Mule, built in the 1910s and 1920s by the Bates Tractor Company of Lansing, Michigan, was a fascinating early step in solving the age-old challenge of traction in soft or uneven soil. Its breakthrough was a hybrid wheel and track drive system that predated the widespread use of crawler tractors, offering a clever compromise between mobility and grip. Unlike the bulky full-track machines of the time, the Steel Mule featured large steel driving wheels fitted with a short set of tracks at the rear, which could pivot and articulate to maintain traction without sacrificing maneuverability. This inventive setup allowed the tractor to distribute its weight more evenly while still being capable of navigating tighter turns and rough terrain. Key benefits at a time when muddy fields could easily stop conventional wheeled machines in their tracks. The Steel Mule was powered by a small gasoline engine, typically 2 or 4 cylinders, and was designed to be simple, rugged, and reparable by farmers with limited resources. It featured a distinctive open frame and high clearance, making it suitable for cultivating row crops like corn and cotton. Though production numbers were modest and it never gained the commercial momentum of later brands, the Bates Steel Mule offered a preview of the track technologies that would later dominate heavy-duty farming. Its hybrid design represents a critical transitional moment, bridging the gap between the limitations of early wheeled tractors and the advent of fully tracked crawlers. Was the Steel Mule a lost opportunity, or simply a few decades ahead of its time in a world not quite ready for hybrid traction? Number 3. The Hanomag R40, built between 1938 and 1952 in Germany, was a powerful example of early diesel engineering done right, rugged, reliable, and ahead of its time in real-world functionality. At a time when many tractors still relied on gasoline engines or primitive hot bulb diesels that required torches and lengthy warm-up procedures, the R40 introduced a cold start diesel system that changed expectations. Its breakthrough lay in a high-compression, single-cylinder diesel engine that featured an efficient pre-combustion chamber design paired with a glow bulb ignition system, allowing it to start dependably even in freezing conditions. No blowtorches or elaborate rituals required. Delivering roughly 40 horsepower, the R40 offered tremendous torque at low RPMs, making it ideal for heavy-duty jobs like plowing, hauling, and powering stationary equipment. Its slow-revving engine and mechanically simple design meant it could run for hours on minimal fuel and with very little maintenance, earning it a reputation as a diesel mule across Europe. The tractor was built like a tank, with a heavy cast-iron chassis, large rear wheels, and a Spartan steel seat perched over a minimalist operator platform. No frills, just functional durability. Designed to outlast both the war and the rough agricultural conditions of the post-war years, the R40 found a loyal following among farmers who valued performance over polish. It became a staple on farms from Germany to Eastern Europe, often running for decades with minimal repair. More than just a reliable workhorse, the R40 helped normalize diesel power in farming, proving that cold starts, low fuel costs, and high pulling strength were not only possible but preferable. Could this be the tractor that finally convinced the world that diesel wasn't just for trucks and trains, but for farms too? Number 2. The Cockshutt 30, manufactured from 1946 to 1957 in Brantford, Ontario, stands as a landmark in tractor innovation, not just for Canada but for all of North America. Its most groundbreaking feature was the introduction of the Independent Live Power Takeoff, PTO, a true game-changer that allowed implements to run entirely independent of the tractor's motion. Unlike previous systems where the PTO stopped when the clutch was disengaged, the live PTO on the Cockshutt 30 gave operators full control, enabling them to stop the tractor while keeping mowers, balers, or other attachments running smoothly. This vastly improved safety, efficiency, and workflow, especially during precision tasks like hay baling or harvesting. The 30 was powered by a reliable 4-cylinder Buda gasoline engine producing around 30 horsepower, and later versions offered diesel and LP gas options. It came equipped with a 6-speed transmission, hydraulic lift, and accessible controls, making it both versatile and operator-friendly. Its modern industrial styling, courtesy of designer Herman Overgaard, gave the tractor a sleek, streamlined look that matched its forward-thinking engineering. Offered in multiple configurations including row crop, standard tread, orchard, and high-clearance models, the 30 fit a wide range of farming applications. Though Cockshutt was a relatively small manufacturer, the impact of the 30 was immense, as it forced larger companies to rethink how they approached PTO systems and operator convenience. More than just a technical milestone, the Cockshutt 30 symbolized a shift in agricultural machinery toward user-centered design and integrated functionality. Could this Canadian-built tractor be the unsung hero that quietly transformed how North American farmers worked forever? Number 1. The Minneapolis-Moline UDLX comfort tractor, launched in 1938, was an audacious blend of industrial muscle and automotive comfort, decades ahead of its time. In an era when most tractors left operators exposed to dust, cold, and rain, the UDLX offered a fully enclosed, all-weather cab complete with a factory-installed heater, working windshield wiper, electric starter, and even a built-in radio. But it didn't stop there. The UDLX could reach road speeds up to 40 miles per hour thanks to its 5-speed transmission and overdrive, making it fully road legal and capable of serving as both a working tractor and a family car. Under the hood, it packed a powerful 4-cylinder engine producing roughly 40 horsepower, easily handling heavy drawbar work in the field while cruising smoothly on paved roads. Its automotive-style dashboard, chrome trim, and streamlined steel body set it visually apart from anything else in agriculture, and it featured advanced touches like rubber tires and hydraulic brakes, luxuries rarely seen on tractors at the time. The idea was simple but radical. Farmers could plow their fields by day and drive to town in comfort by night. Yet despite its innovation, the UDLX was too far ahead of market demand during the Great Depression, with only about 150 units ever sold. Today, it stands as one of the most collectible and admired tractors in history, a shining symbol of what happens when utility dares to meet luxury. Was the UDLX simply too refined for its own good, or did it plant the seeds for the modern high-comfort tractors we take for granted today? And that's our journey for today on Agro TV. We just revisited a lineup of vanished tractors that were decades ahead of their time. Machines that proved bold ideas don't always win the market, but they do shape the future. From modular power units and early diesel reliability to breakthrough hydraulics, live PTOs, and comfort cabs that treated farmers like drivers instead of passengers, these tractors changed expectations long before the industry caught up. Some worked quietly on small acreages, some thundered across vast fields, and a few looked so futuristic that neighbors came just to watch them run. They disappeared for all kinds of reasons: price, timing, service complexity. But their DNA is still present every time a modern tractor hooks to an implement, crawls through mud, or keeps an operator productive and comfortable all day. If you enjoyed this countdown, tap like, share it with a friend who loves vintage iron, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the machines that built the backbone of agriculture. Tell us in the comments, which tractor surprised you most, and which breakthrough deserves a comeback? If you've restored one of these legends, or found one sleeping in a barn, drop a photo and the story behind it. We read everything you send. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping these histories alive, and until next time, keep the engines running in your heart. This is Agro TV, signing off from the fields where innovation never truly fades.